Right, hi, you all right? What are we chatting about today then? Okay, what we're going to chat about is, God, my hair's really long. We're not chatting about my hair being long, but I'm having it cut today, so it'll look better next time I'm here, I promise. Look, it's really long today. Anyway, having it cut today, don't tell me mum. I know I'm 53 years old and I still tell you not to tell me mum. But can't help it. It looks very grey today as well. Need to get it shorter to stop it looking too grey. Right, shut up. What are we talking about? We're talking about social media today. That's what we're talking about. Now, social media. There's lots of different platforms, isn't there, for social media? First one is, I think I'm having a moment, by the way. I'm quite hot. First one we'll chat about is Facebook. Now, I like Facebook a lot, if I'm honest. I use it a lot. I mean, I like it. I like the way it works, the way it flows. I like the things about it. I like the way you can talk to people quite easily on it. I mean, I use it a lot for work. That's the main thing. That's the most thing I use it for. But I quite like keeping in contact with people via Facebook. I like actually on Facebook Messenger. I talk to people a lot on Facebook Messenger. I like that way of communicating. I don't love it when people ring me. I don't love phone calls. I know that's a little bit weird, but I'd rather message people than phone people. And I think that might be part of my, you know, other things going on in my life. But yeah, I like Facebook. I like the way it works and how you can keep in contact with people. I also like to look at pictures on there and stuff, but I like the way people write stuff about their pictures and what have you. Do you know what really annoys me about Facebook? And I am going there. What really annoys me is when someone puts on a post like, oh God, you'll never believe what happened. And then 6 people say what happened, and then someone puts, I'll privately message you. That really, really, really pisses me off, and I can't help but say that word because it really winds me up. My point is, if you don't want to tell everybody, don't post it. Don't post saying, oh, you'll never believe what's happened. If you don't want to tell the world what's happened, if you don't want to tell the world, shut up. Don't write it anywhere and just keep it to yourself, and then privately message the people and don't tell the whole world on Facebook that we won't believe what's happening. Because no, I don't believe what's happened now. I think you're lying. Oh, it just annoys me though. If you want to tell the world, then just write what's happened on Facebook. Don't write, you won't believe it, and then don't answer. It's just annoying. It's annoying, isn't it? Is that just me? I cannot be the only person that thinks that about people on Facebook. And, you know, if that happens to me, I might delete you. Not that you're probably bothered, because you're thinking, yeah, all right, delete me, I ain't bothered. But it does annoy me a bit, to be fair. But I like Facebook, and as I say, I use it a lot for work and stuff and communicating with people. Instagram, or the gram. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to embarrass myself like that. Now, I use it sporadically, is the truth. I like the fact it's just pictures. I like that. But what I don't like is people don't generally write anything about the pictures. So it's a bit of guesswork. And there's a lot of hashtags. And I understand the use of hashtags. I get hashtags. I use them. I use them and they work really well for me because I need to find things. So they work really well for me. But I don't like the fact that on Instagram there's bloody 10 hashtags on a post and you don't really know what it's about. So yeah, I don't love it. And I know that people do. They love it. And we are each to our own. We really are each to our own. But I don't get on with Instagram as well as I do Facebook. That's my own personal opinion. TikTok. Let's go with TikTok. Now, I love TikTok. I don't just like it, I love it. I love what the capabilities on TikTok. I love that you can make videos on TikTok. I love that you can just do crazy things with TikTok. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I can't tell you how much I love it. And I used it a lot in lockdown. I've got a few TikTok accounts actually. I've got one about my menopause. If you want it, put a message on and I'll tell you what my name is for that. I've got one for work, but I used that one in lockdown to do videos every single day in lockdown to just cheer people up a bit, because lockdown was rubbish. I'm going off to lockdown now, but yeah, and it taught me loads about TikTok, and it gave me stuff to do in lockdown too, because obviously we were locked down. Oh, sometimes I'm just crazy, but no, I love it. But do you know what I don't love about TikTok? I've always got an upside, I don't know, a downside to something. What I don't love about TikTok is that people get TikTok famous, and this isn't just TikTok, this is all of them, more Instagram and TikTok, that people get so many followers, and they become influencers and get paid for what they do. That's not my gripe. I love the fact that happens, and I love the fact that people earn money by doing stuff that they love doing. I love that. I really do love it. But what happens is when they get famous and they start getting paid for it, they start advertising stuff. It changes their whole content. So what they became famous for is no longer in existence. Oh God, there are a few that I could name, but I won't name them. But a few that I used to follow regularly, I'm saying words that I can't even say today. I used to follow regularly, and I don't follow him anymore, because once they got famous and start getting paid for it, they start advertising loads of products, and they stop, yeah, like I say, they stop posting the content that they did before, which is why you all liked them. And that's a real bugbear, isn't it? Why does that happen? Anyway, I'm pleased you're getting paid for it. I'm just not pleased that you've changed everything that you started. You started and it was good. It was good content. We all followed, and then you got paid and it all went to shit. Do you know what the downside of social media is though? When I was a kid, there was no such thing. You know, if you wanted your mate, you went round and knocked, because even phoning, well, I don't know if my parents were just tight, or no, I think it used to cost quite a bit of money, didn't it, just to phone your mate up. So you weren't allowed to use the phone. Pretty much you weren't allowed to use the phone. There was odd occasions, but so you went round and knocked for them. But social media nowadays, everything happens on social media. I mean, it's quite lucky as well that it went around when I was a kid, because I did some things I do not want to remember, and that would all be documented, wouldn't it? Oh, that wouldn't be all right, would it? That would not be all right. So there's that, but the downside of it is that, you know, like bullying and stuff can all happen without anybody knowing. And like I said, everything is documented. It's also all on social media, which I don't think's easy if you're a kid these days. I wouldn't like it all on there. I wouldn't. Everybody knowing everybody's business. It's all on there, isn't it? Who you fancy, who you don't fancy, who fancies you, who thinks you're a knob. But you know what I mean? It's all on there, and that must be really hardcore. Must be tough. I mean, it's tough to be a kid anyway, a teenager. Do you remember how difficult it is to be a teenager without all of that being shared with the rest of the world? All those feelings you go through, all the stuff that happens, all them spots. Oh, chubbiness, spots, hormones, all of that documented for the rest of your life, for everyone to see forever. It would have been bad, wouldn't it? So all them kids, they got to deal with that these days. So, I mean, there are others that, but I'm not going to mention. They're the three that I've used my utmost. I mean, you've also got WhatsApp. I don't really think that's like social media, but it is. It's a way to keep in contact now. I mean, I use WhatsApp, but that is just to talk to you. You make groups very easily on WhatsApp, don't you? And easy to chat through groups. But I used to have it linked to my watch, and I'd be busy doing stuff, and it would ping on me watch, which would stop me from doing what I'm doing and make me look. And it's quite rude. It's quite rude. It is rude. It's rude when you're looking at your watch while you're doing something else, or you're talking to someone else. And that would happen a lot with my WhatsApp. So in the end, what I did was I stopped it. I stopped any notifications. And I pretty much stopped all notifications coming to me, so that when I want to look, I'll look, rather than it interrupting me. Because I am easily interrupted. Really easily interrupted, distracted. And then the problem is, if someone messages me asking me to do stuff, I think I need to do it now, and I'll stop whatever I'm doing or talking to or having a coffee with or whatever in a meeting, and I'll go and do what they've asked me to do. That's not okay. And I know that I say that a lot, but I think I need to get it in every podcast now. It's not okay. It's not okay. So WhatsApp I use a bit for just messaging people, really. But people, groups of people, it's much better for, isn't it, really? TikTok I love. I love its capabilities. I love what you can do with TikTok. Just people annoy me when they get famous and stop doing the content that they became famous for. Instagram, I like it. I like it, but too many hashtags. And I like a hashtag. I know what they're for. They help me loads on Facebook for work, but also to find something that I'm looking for with a hashtag. It helps me loads. But Facebook's my favourite. It's always been my favourite, I think. But TikTok is such a close second. Yeah, it's such a close second. I like the capabilities of TikTok are just vast, and what it does is huge. But I like Facebook for the contact with people and the connection with people. And I think more people are on Facebook anyway, aren't they, really? It was the first one, really. And people are clever to have invented all these things. But life before social media, it's weird to think of it right now, and I know that people under 20 just wouldn't get it. They wouldn't get it. And they can't imagine life without social media. But I can't tell you, it was quite nice. But nowadays, you have to keep in contact. There is no excuse not to keep in contact with somebody. If somebody is not speaking to you or messaging you or something, it's because they don't want to. Simple as. Because so many ways now. You don't have to ring anybody. Like I dread. Don't have to do that. You can just contact them in so many different ways, can't you, really? So what's your favourite? What's your favourite? Do you like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp? What's your favourite? What's your favourite and why? And which one do you like least and why? And how many hashtags should I use on this podcast? What should they be? Oh no, I'm giving you too many questions. What's your favourite one and why? Really, is pretty much what I want to know. And do you remember life before? Life without social media? What was that like? Do you prefer? Which one do you prefer? With it? Without it? Pros and cons? Because there are pros and cons of everything, isn't there, really? Pros and cons of everything. Can I just say, before I go any further, look how beautifully sunny it is today after my whinging at my last podcast about the bloody awful weather. And now it's done nothing but shine ever since. The sun has shone ever since, if I'm honest. Anyway, right, I should go now because I'm wittering again, aren't you? Anyway, I best go because I've got to do a TikTok to put on Facebook. See, I use all of them all the time. A TikTok to put on Facebook to advertise this. Yeah. Anyway, have a great day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Love you, bye.